In moments of chaos, when the world feels like it's falling apart, when pressure mounts and emotions run high, there's a rare kind of person who stands out. Not because they shout the loudest or move the fastest, but because they remain calm. They are the 1% who stay composed when everyone else breaks. Calmness is not weakness, it's strength born out of control. Anyone can panic when things go wrong. Anyone can lose patience when life tests them. But the one who can breathe deeply in the middle of the storm, who can think clearly when others act impulsively, has unlocked a power most people never reach. When life shakes you, when circumstances are out of your control, and when you feel like you're surrounded by noise, chaos, and pressure from all sides, your ability to remain calm becomes your greatest weapon. The world might expect you to break down, to scream, to rush, or to react emotionally, but staying composed is a statement. It says that you are in charge of your emotions, not the other way around. Calmness allows you to see things clearly. It gives you the wisdom to understand that storms don't last forever and that no emotion is permanent. It gives you the power to pause before you act, and that pause often makes all the difference between a mistake and a miracle. We live in a world that glorifies speed, fast responses, instant results, quick solutions. But real wisdom isn't found in how quickly you act. It's found in how wisely you respond. People often believe that calm individuals don't care or lack emotion, but the truth is the opposite. Calm people feel deeply, but they have learned how to control what they feel. They have trained themselves to rise above temporary emotions and see the bigger picture. When everyone else is shouting, they listen. When others are reacting, they are observing. When others panic, they plan. And because of that, they often emerge from the storm stronger, wiser, and more respected. Think about those moments in your own life when everything seemed to go wrong. Maybe you lost something you deeply cared about, faced criticism, or went through disappointment. You probably noticed that panic didn't solve anything. If anything, it made things worse. But when you took a breath, gathered your thoughts, and approached the situation calmly, somehow clarity came. That's the power of calmness. It doesn't remove the problem, but it gives you the right mindset to handle it. The calm person doesn't deny pain or fear. They simply refuse to be ruled by it. This kind of composure doesn't appear overnight. It comes from self-discipline, emotional maturity, and often from faith. It's built through challenges, heartbreaks, and moments when you had no choice but to stay still and trust the process. Every time you've been tested and chose not to react negatively, you strengthened that inner calm. Every time you faced a storm and stood firm instead of running away, you built emotional resilience. Calmness is not the absence of emotion, it's the mastery of it. Those who stay calm when everyone else breaks often become leaders, not necessarily because they seek leadership, but because others naturally turn to them for stability. Their presence alone brings peace. Their silence carries power. Their decisions made without haste are often the ones that create real change. In workplaces, families, or communities, these people become the anchors. The ones who remind others that panic is not a plan. Staying calm also changes how you experience life. It protects your peace of mind and shields you from unnecessary suffering. When you stop reacting to everything that happens around you, you start living from a place of strength. You begin to realize that not every situation deserves your energy, not every argument deserves your voice, and not every challenge requires an instant reaction. You save your energy for what truly matters, and that's when you start moving forward with purpose. But to reach this level of calm, you have to work on your inner world. You have to be willing to slow down, to think, to breathe, and to build trust. Trust in yourself, trust in your values, and trust in the process of life. Sometimes the reason people panic is because they don't trust. They don't trust that things will work out, that time will heal, that they'll find a way through. But calm people understand that even if they can't see the full picture, they can take the next step with confidence. They know that patience is not passive, it's power under control. The calm ones understand that life will always throw challenges their way. People will disappoint them, plans will fail, unexpected changes will happen. But none of these things can shake a person who has found peace within themselves. Their calmness is not dependent on perfect conditions. It's rooted in self-awareness and faith that no storm lasts forever. Even when they are hurting inside, they move with grace. Even when they are unsure of what comes next, they trust that everything will fall into place at the right time. When you train yourself to stay calm, you start to notice how your relationships, your health, and your decisions improve. You communicate better because you listen instead of reacting emotionally. You think clearer because your mind is not clouded by anger or fear. You make better choices because you're not being rushed by emotion or pressure. Calmness gives you control over your life. It allows you to be the master of your thoughts instead of being a prisoner of your reactions. So, the next time life tests you, and it surely will, remember this: you don't have to match the chaos around you. You don't have to react just because everyone else is reacting. You don't have to raise your voice to be heard. Sometimes the most powerful thing you can do is to remain silent, centered, and calm. In that stillness, you'll find strength. In that pause, you'll find wisdom. And in that calm, you'll find clarity. The world may be filled with noise and confusion, but your peace is your responsibility. Protect it, nurture it, guard it from people and situations that try to steal it. Don't let the storms outside disturb the peace inside. Because in the end, it's not the loudest person who wins. It's the one who stays grounded, focused, and calm. The one who understands that life's biggest tests are not meant to break you, but to shape you. Be among that 1%. Be among the few who stay calm when everyone else breaks. Be the one who breathes deeply, who observes before reacting, who trusts instead of fearing. Because when the storm passes, and it always does, those who stayed calm will stand tall, stronger than before. True power belongs to the calm. True victory belongs to those who master themselves. And that is the power of the 1% who stay calm when everyone else breaks.